volume, we kind of had a collaboration to come up with the definition. Volume is the number of cubic units. Remember, area is the number of square units. Volume is the number of cubic units that fit. Where do you think volume goes?
Inside.
Very good. Inside. And somebody said it. It's not just a normal shape. It's a what? A 3D shape. So it's cubed, it's inside, and it's 3D. The number of units that fit inside a 3D shape. Okay, there are a lot of shapes to talk about. Today we're going to talk about first a rectangular prism. Okay, I'm not a very good artist, so just do your best. I'm sure it looks better than mine. Eeks. Sorry, I'm not a good artist. Okay, so a rectangular prism. Do y'all remember these from last year? I don't know if it depends on what teacher you had or what, but first period nailed these things.
I remember this.
A rectangular prism is this guy. Okay? When you notice a rectangular prism, it has lots of sides, right? Yeah. And it has bases. Does anybody remember talking about this last year? Yeah. The bases are the two things that close it up. Okay? So what shape is the base?
Square.
Square. They can also be rectangles. Okay? We're going to talk about rectangular prisms. So we're going to pretend this is a rectangle. Well, there's our timer, sorry. Okay, so rectangular prism, we always want to look at our bases. So if you look, where's your base? Is it this part that goes around, or is it the two edges?
Two edges.
The two edges. You always want to either label your base or highlight your base. Make sure that you know what your base is. Okay? So if we look at our formula, the formula for the volume of a rectangular prism, it's all prisms, is, you see that on your formula chart? I don't see it. I see V equals
base times height.
Capital B times H. Okay, capital B means what?
Area of base.
Area of the base. And the H means what? Height. Okay, so first I look at my picture or my shape. What shape is the base?
Rectangle. No,
okay.
Square.
If I said this was 5 and that was 6, does that help you?
Yes.
And I'll be a good teacher and put close on my numbers. Okay, so I would look at my base. It's a 5 and a 6, so that makes it a what?
7.
What shape?
Rectangle.
Rectangle. And when I have a worksheet, I like to highlight my base. You don't have to, but it makes you make sure that you don't mess up the wrong numbers. Especially because we're going to do some problems where you have to work backwards. Okay? How do you find the area of this? How do you find the area of a rectangle? Length times width. Very good. And then I just bring down my height. So is it really just length times width times height? Yes, but we're starting with this one because the other ones are not going to be quite as easy. Okay? So now I just multiply 5 times 6 times 7. What is the volume of this rectangular prism?
High.
Anybody else get 210?
Yes. No. I got P-A.
I feel like there's something missing.
Meters.
Meters.
Cubed.
So I put a little 3. Remember in area we put a little 2? For volume we put a little 3 because it's the number of cube units. So that means if I had this cube and it measured, this rectangular prism, and it measured these dimensions, I could fit 210 millimeters, or I could say 210 pieces of rice, whatever my unit was. Okay, we could actually fill this. I could take the green out and we could fill this. Okay, Is this pretty much what you did last year? Yeah. Okay. You may not have done the other shape we're going to talk about today, which is a rectangular pyramid. P-Y-R-A. Okay, a rectangular pyramid. What's the difference between a prism and a pyramid, Trip?
A prism is like the shape just like length, like just long. But a pyramid is like the shape coming into like a point.
Yes. If it's a pyramid, it has to come up to a point like this guy. Okay? This is a pyramid. How do I know it's a rectangular pyramid? Okay, because this guy is also a pyramid, but is his base a rectangle? Okay, so we will be talking about lots of different shapes for pyramids. So this guy is a rectangular pyramid. He comes to a point. Everybody see? I could open it up, fill stuff in there. Now look at your formula. What is the formula for the volume of a rectangular pyramid? And does it just say rectangular pyramid? No, it says pyramid. So our formula is 1/3 capital B times height. So this means I multiply 1/3 times the what? Not the base, times the area of the base times the height. Okay? 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so let's draw a rectangular pyramid, and I'm not a good drawer, so just be patient. If drawer is a word, I don't think it is. Okay, so this is my rectangular base. Somebody showed me how to do this last period. I just hope I do it right. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so that's a rectangular pyramid because it comes to a point and it has a rectangle base. So write the word base. Bless you. And I want you to be in the habit of either writing the word base or highlighting the word base. That way you know what you're dealing with. Okay? Now, when we were talking about triangles last year, your height was always where? Where was your height in a triangle? Okay? Let's try this. Your height always makes a what kind of angle? A right angle. If I look at this pyramid, is there any side coming down that makes a right angle? No, nothing comes straight down. So that means my height is going to be inside. So you're going to draw a little dashed line. And your height always has to have a right angle, right, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Okay, your height always has to be a right angle. It intersects a straight line. So you bring it down, and our height is going to be 8 inches. I could never look at this and say that this was the height because it's different when it's standing up. Your height is straight up, and these are slanted. So it has to be straight up. Yes? No, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to multiply 1/3 times the area of the base. My base is a what? It's a square? Rectangle. So the area of my base is 10 times 5, which is what? 50. My height is where there's a right angle, which is where? Inside, and it's 8. Multiply these together. If I'm doing this in my head, I'm going to do this first and say, well, that's 400. And then you can use your calculator and put 1/3 times 400, or you could just do what?
Put those two.
How would you find half of something? Divide by
2.
So how would you find 1/3 of something?
Divide
by 3. What did y'all get to be the area? The volume, sorry.
133.33 on the line.
Yeah. Do I need to write a lot of lines though? A lot of 3s? No, I can put that repeating line over it. I can put the line over it. And as Charles said, is it inches? Inches what? Cubed. Okay? Make sure you don't have any naked numbers. Don't embarrass my numbers. So, as long as you use the formula, are these hard? No. Now, does anybody think they know why we put the 1/3 in here?
No.
Okay. I'm going to show you a video to prove to you that it is really 1/3.